Good afternoon to all. Yesterday we discussed about loops. We discussed over there. Okay, so for loop we discussed, while loop we discussed, and I said conditional for loop also available there. So that's also you have to consider for the CLAD examination over there. Okay, so basically two loops are available. Conditional for loop. If you want for some exercise problem requirements, you can able to go for the conditional for loop. Okay, so conditional for loop, either of the conditions is getting satisfied, either n value or it might be the condition terminal satisfied, the loop will be terminated over there. Okay, so three loops we discussed. Along with the three loops we saw about feedback node, shift register, so how the shift register will execute and what is the difference between feedback node and shift register, and a stacked shift register we discussed. These are all very very important things related to the CLAD examination. Okay, so you have to prepare for these things very very carefully. Okay, because questions will be definitely questions will come from this place. So don't lose mark in looping over there. Okay, looping and arrays over there. Okay, so today we'll quickly discuss about the case structure, then we'll go for the exam over there. Okay, so I will try to complete within 20 minutes. Okay, case structure, how only one question will be available, so that only one question we can able to guess where the question will come from over there. Okay, so only one question is that I will tell the possibility how we can able to expect a question from case structure. Okay, in case structure, not only exactly on case structure, you will get a questions from the looping also will come into picture over there. Okay, like they will ask question from, so loop, while for loop will be available or while loop will be available. Along with the loop also they will ask question in case structure also. Okay, so that's up to their convenience only, so they are making the questions over there. Okay, so case structure, in case structure, first thing what you have to know means, I'm taking the case structure. So first take the case structure. Okay, after taking the case structure, okay, first you have to notice the selector terminal. You have to notice over there. Okay, so what is a selector terminal? It will accept what other data types will be accepted by the selector terminal over there. Okay, that is the first one, so kindly make a note of that. The selector terminal will be the data types will be the data types will be accepted by data types will be accepted by selector terminal. Okay, or accepted by case case selector in case structure. Okay, case structure. Okay, so what are the data type will be accepted by the selector terminal? Tell me quickly, what are the data types will be accepted by this case selector terminal? Because this is also one of the important question. Whenever you are getting the case structure, we mostly will expect this kind of question over there, because only one question is there. That's why we can expect at least this question over there. Okay, enum boolean integer. Okay, enum boolean integer. Then, so I said totally 5 data type will be accepted over there. Okay, totally it will accept 5 data type. First one will be the numeric integer, numeric integer. Second one will be boolean. Second one will be boolean. Third one will be string. So basic data type string will support over there. Then fourth one will be enum. Okay, and fifth one will be error cluster. Fifth one will be error cluster. Okay, error cluster. These are the 5 data types will be accepted by the case selector terminal. Okay, you cannot able to connect arrays and cluster over there. Okay, that is the error cluster. So error cluster will be different from the cluster over there. Okay, so error cluster will support, cluster will not support over there. Okay, so in these places they can able to get two questions over there. Okay, one of the question will be, they will give which of the following data type will not for which of the following data type will not accepted by the selector terminal in case structure they will give, and you will get some options over there. Okay, so numeric integer, array or enum, error cluster you will get. Okay, which one is not acceptable means here array will not be accepted over there. Okay, so these things you have to know over there. Okay, see the option, see the question, depend upon the question or option, pick the right one. Okay, so at the time, sir, the answer is not the option is not correctly given, mean option definitely will be there. With that given option and with the given question, you have to find the option over there. Okay, so we can't able to, and online we cannot able to choose none of the above, we can't able to choose. Okay, if it is available means we can choose, or else we cannot able to choose over there. Okay, so this is the selector terminal will be available. I'm going to connect a selector on constant value, on control value here. So sorry. Okay. So I'm doing in untailored one front panel. Okay. Now here I'm going to place the numeric control here. So just I'm placing the numeric control here. So yeah, it is a DBL will be available. What happens if you connect DBL to the selector terminal? What happens if you connect DBL to the selector terminal? What happened? What happens if you connect DBL terminal to the selector terminal over there? So I'm going to connect this DBL to the selector terminal, means it will connect over there. So it will get connected, but you will get a question dot, you will get over there. Okay, so that's the reason I'm telling. So depend upon the question and answer, answer, so pick the right one. Okay, so that's the important thing. So obviously the proper representation will be integer. I32 will be the proper one. Okay, so don't go for other integer representation. You will get result as a question dot, you will get proper representation will be I32 will be the proper representation over there. Okay, so in this place I am just making a, I'm just making a making like this. Okay, so here you have a case will be available 0 1, and you can able to add the cases over there. But important thing for examination, how they can able to give the case value, means so here one will be available, add case after, they will give with the 2 dot dot 8 they will give. Okay, what is the meaning of this one? Means 2 dot dot 8 means so the cases, the whatever the cases you are giving from the value, the case value from 2 to 8, this case, this particular case will be handled over there. Okay, that is the meaning over there. Then I am going for add case after, I am going for, so 8 we cannot able to include over there, because already 8 will be included in the previous case also. Okay, even if I are giving 8 or 2 also, the same, the 2 dot 8 will be executed over there. Now I am giving the 9 dot dot, I am giving that, means 9 dot dot means greater than or equal to 9 value. Okay, so greater than or equal to 9, whatever the case you are giving, that this particular case will be execute over there. Okay, now same way, you have a one more case will be available, that is a -1 will be available there. Okay, at a time you can able to give point dot dot -1 means less than or equal to -1. So these are the different possibilities of the case value we can able to expect in the exam over there. Okay, so very important these things are. Okay, so you have to know these things. Okay, how they will ask the questions over there, and what is the thing I have to answer. Okay, so simply I am going to perform. So I am going to take the, so always in case structure you must provide the default case, or else you will get a broken run arrow, you will get. Okay, if default case is not available, means you will get a broken run arrow. So any case, any one of the case should be a default case. Okay, it's not like 0. So whatever the case, it should be a default case should be, you have to provide, or else you will get a broken run arrow. Okay, so I am going to take the addition terminal here. Addition I am taking there. So here it's not mandated to place it inside the inside the structure and place it outside the structure. Okay, just I am going for the constant value 5 and 6, I am going there. Okay, now I am going to connect the wire here. Okay, so if you connect the wire on the output tunnel, means what will happen, means so it will create the tunnel will be created over there. Okay, where the tunnel is a white space tunnel you are getting there, where the tunnel will be white space tunnel you are getting that, means so simple reason will be, so in this case that the case structure will be handled over, the case will be handled over there. The reason why you are getting the white space tunnel will be, so in other cases the case is not handled properly. Okay, that's the reason you are getting the tunnel white space we are getting over there. Okay, so other cases the case is not defined properly, that's why we are getting the white space tunnel. Okay, to avoid that, we have a, to fix this problem we have a two methods will be available, three methods actually available. Okay, to fix the, to fix the tunnel in case structure, in case structure. Okay, so we have a three methods will be available. First method will be defining all the cases, defining all the unwired cases, unwired cases, or else undefined cases also you can able to. Okay, defining all the unwired cases with one function over there. Okay, likewise, so see here, so I am defining with a one value over there. Okay, just I am connecting here. So I'm just defining defining with a one value over there. Okay, so likewise I am defining over there. Okay, here I have one indicator will be available. Okay, so all are same tunnel over there. Okay, so this is one method to define the unwired case over there. Okay, another method will be, what is another method available, means you have the another method will be use default if unwired will be available. So second method will be use default if unwired will be available, unwired, use default if unwired will be available, that is a second one. And third one will be, you have the linked input tunnel will be available, linked input tunnel will be available. Okay, so you have totally three methods are available to fix the white space tunnel in the case structure over there. Okay, so defining all the unwired cases or using default if unwired linked input tunnel. These three things are available over there. Okay, you have to remember. Okay, because there is some difference between all the three cases over there. Okay, if you are defining first, I will go with the first method. If you are defining all the unwired cases, means so this case is defined properly and this is also defined properly over there. Okay, now I am going for the next case. If the case value from 2 to 8 means so right click, I am going for constant. This also defining the case over there. Okay, so I am giving the value 9 and here I am going for the, so here actually I am getting white space. I am going to create a constant with the -5 I am giving there. Okay, now see here, so now I just defined all the cases in the case structure over there. So what happened means so here the tunnel will become a, instead of white space I am getting previously, but it will be filled with the orange color I am getting over there. Okay, so it's filled properly, it's filled fully over there, which means the tunnel will represent, okay, that you have to understand like the tunnel, the case structure will be defined properly, all the cases will be defined properly over there. Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay, if it is a if it is defining all the unwired cases, mean the tunnel looks like a all the entire the square box will be filled over there. Okay, now if you are going for the option called use default if unwired means, so let me go with the, okay, so I am going for the case with 12 to 16. Okay, my case structure will be 17 dot dot I am giving that. Okay, now I'm going to now I have a three more cases will be added here. Okay, 9 to 11 available, but already it's configured over there, and you have a 12 to 16 available, 17 dot dot available over there. Okay, which means other two cases is not defined properly there. At that instance, what I am going to use means I am going for the use default if unwired I am going there. Okay, so right click on that tunnel, right click on the tunnel, go for the option called use default if unwired will be available and linked input tunnel will be available over there. Okay, so what is that use default if unwired means, if I am going for use default if unwired means, okay, so what will happen means it will give the default value of the tunnel it will provide over there. Okay, tunnel in the sense data type. Okay, so suppose if your input is, if in the numeric you are providing the value as you are giving the value 17, if you are giving means what will happen, which case it will execute means it will execute the case, it will execute the 17th case, but what value it will return means it will return the value 0 here. Okay, why 0 means the default value for the tunnel, the numeric data type will be 0 over there. Okay, so see here, let me run the VI, you can able to see. Okay, first I am going to give the value 5, I am giving that. Okay, so see here, if my input case value will be 5 means which case it will execute, which case it will execute, tell me quickly. So my input selected value will be, case value will be 5, which case it will execute means 2 to 8 case will be executed over there. Okay, which means I should get the answer. What is the answer I will get means I will get the answer 9 over there. Okay, because in 2 to 8 I have the case, in that case I have a value 9 will be available. So what is the output I will get means my output will be 9 I will get over there. Okay, my answer is 9. Okay, same way now I am going to give the case value called 13 I am giving that. Okay, now which case it will execute now, tell me here, now which case it will execute, now my case input will be 13, which case it will execute now, so 12 to 16, what is the output value we will get, what is the numeric 2 value we will get, numeric 2 value, what is the numeric 2 value, numeric 2 value, so numeric 2 value will be 0 you will get over there. Okay, so answer will be 0, it will not execute the default case. Okay, because the 13 cases mentioned in the case structure over there. Okay, that's the reason it will not execute the default case. Okay, when it will execute the default case, so when this case structure will execute the default case, so what value you should provide here, which means my program will execute default value, default case, tell me, so what input, okay, 0 apart from 0, that is apart from 0. Okay, apart from 0, tell me, so what value if you given in the numeric at the time, which at the time will execute default device means if we are giving the value 0, yes 0 means definitely we can able to tell it's the 0 case is available, it will execute at 0th case over there. Okay, but in case of if you are giving the value -1 -2, even if you are giving -5000 also you will execute the default case over there. Okay, see here I am giving -5000 and 50,000 I am giving that. Okay, so see the numeric 2 value here. Okay, so in the default case I have the I have addition will be available. So see here, so here we have the value minus 5000 I'm giving here, I'm getting the answer 11 I'm getting over there. Okay, cases which are not designed. I do not understand your question actually. Okay. So if I are giving the case will be -1, that is if the case value which is not available, might be you are thinking telling that only. Okay. So if in the case structure, if the case value is not available in the case structure, means at the time only at the time it will execute the default case over there. Okay. So here the case will be defined as a 0 is available, 1 available, 2 to 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 all will be available, 9, 10, 11 all will be available over there. Okay. So if you are giving the value from -1 to minus the maximum of negative number, if you are giving it, then the case is not handled in the case structure. That's why it is executing the default case over there. Okay. But what is use default if unwired means the case value is defined over there, but the tunnel is made as a use default tunnel over there. Okay. At that time, so it will check, it will see whether case is available or not. Yes, case is available. If it is the, if the case will be 13 here, 13 cases available here, at that time what will happen means, so here the default value of, what is the default value for the numeric will be, default value for the numeric will be 0, boolean it will be false, for string it will be empty string over there. Okay. So here they see the tunnel over there, the tunnel is not filled properly in this place over there. Okay. Let me make a another tunnel also. Okay. Let me make a one more tunnel so that you can able to clearly you can able to see. Okay. So see here. So for your reference, I am making this one. Okay. So see the difference between these two tunnels. This is the tunnel which which is assigned all the, which defined all the cases over there. Okay. But here we are using the some any tunnel, some other tunnel is not made, not defined properly. Instead they are using some default if unwired. Okay. So if the tunnel is defined properly means you will get a full the square box will be fully filled over there. But in case if you are going for the use default if unwired means what will happen at that time means, so the tunnel will not be full properly. In this you can able to find some small white space will be available over there. Okay. So you can able to see here. Okay. So in this place you can able to see small one white space will be available over there. Okay. That will represent the tunnel is made as a use default if unwired tunnel over there. Okay. Understood? So and kindly understand the difference between default case and use default if unwired over there. Okay. So both are different over there, because some people are thinking you default if unwired me, it will take a default case. Okay. It will not take the default case. Okay. The case is available, but what is happening means it will take a default value to provide over there. Okay. That is a use default if unwired tunnel over there. Okay. So understood this one? Understood? Understood means we have a last one more tunnel will be available. Linked input tunnel will be available there. Okay. We'll discuss that linked input tunnel. Okay. Let me remove this one. Okay. So now I am going for linked input tunnel. Okay. So what is that linked input tunnel? Linked input tunnel. Can you guess what will be the thing? Linked input tunnel. Can you guess? So it should not be a proper answer. Okay. So just guess. In the word itself, try to guess. Okay. What it might be the linked input tunnel? Linked input tunnel. So in a name, given name itself, linked input tunnel, that is also one of the tunnel over there. Okay. All case input linked over there. Input to output. Okay. Some answers I'm getting that. Two or more is having same function. Direct connection. Okay. So direct connection. Okay. So simply what is that linked input tunnel means? So what I'm going to make means I am going to link the input value, input tunnel with the output tunnel over there. Okay. Some people give the answer over there. Okay. So what is a linked input elements? I am going to make a relationship between, I am going to make a linking between the input tunnel and output tunnel over there. Okay. Output tunnel in the sense here I have an indicator will be available. Okay. This is the output tunnel I have available over there. Okay. Now I am going for the, so see here the tunnel is empty, white space tunnel you are getting over there. Okay. In all the place white space tunnel you are getting over there. Now what is that linked input tunnel means? So here you have any input tunnel will be available. See here in this case, okay, do you have any input tunnel? Input tunnel. Okay. Not this selector terminal. Okay. This is different. Okay. I am asking input tunnel. Do you have any input tunnel in the case structure? Do you have any case input tunnel in the case structure? We don't have any input tunnel in the case structure. Okay. Suppose tunnel means this is the tunnel. Okay. So for example, this is also one of the tunnel over there. Okay. This is also one of the tunnel over there. Okay. So if we have this tunnel available means then only the linked input tunnel option will be enabled over there. Okay. So simple reason, we have an unwired tunnel available here means, so right click. Okay, so let me take one more wire here, so that we can able to see all those things in same place over there. Okay, so see here, this is the tunnel which defined all the cases over there. This is use default if unwired tunnel, and here this tunnel we are going to make as a linked input tunnel over there. Okay, so how to use this linked input tunnel means, so right click on that tunnel with a white space at the case structure which is not defined over there. Right click on that tunnel. You have the option called use default if unwired available. Already you know what is that use default if unwired. And second, you have a linked input tunnel will be available. See, it is gray out over there. Okay, why it is gray out, and why that option is not enabled means, so in your case structure, the user does not have any input tunnel. Input tunnel is not available over there. Okay, that's why that option is not enabled over there. Okay, if you have any input tunnel available on the case structure means, the tunnel will be enabled over there. Okay, see here, I am going to take the, might be constant or control, whatever may be. Okay, I am going to take a constant here. Okay, I'm just connecting a tunnel over there. Okay, so this is the tunnel, and you can take a wire from here and you can connect this tunnel also. Okay, both the tunnels. Okay, over there. Okay, so I'm going some number over there. Okay, so now here I have a two input tunnels will be available over there. Okay, so this is a selector terminal, but I am taking wire from here and I am making a set tunnel over there. Okay, now go for this unwired that is go for the white space tunnel in the output side. Right click, you have the option called now input linked input tunnel. The option will be enabled over there. Okay, because in the input side we have a tunnel will be available. Okay, and you have a two options will be available: create and wire unwired case. Create will be available over there. Okay, what are the two options means, what is create means, it will create tunnel will be that is I said no, it will create a one tunnel will be created over there. Okay, so it will create a one tunnel over there. But what about the create and wire unwired cases means, it will create the tunnel as well as it will wire all the unwired cases over there. Okay, so that is the two options we are getting over there. Okay, so I am going with the create and wire unwired cases over there. Okay, why it is helpful, why the option one first option will be helpful means, so suppose you have a different cases available there, but you have to make some cases, yeah, and some cases you have to make a wire means, at the time it will be very easy to make this one. Okay, so all the time going create, it will take a time only, it will take an over there. Okay, so right click on the tunnel. So if you want to enable linked input tunnel, the option means you should have a minimum one input tunnel over there. Okay, so you require a minimum input tunnel, so go for create and wire unwired cases. Now one tunnel will be created over there. Okay, you can able to see one tunnel will be created over there. Now keep the tunnel wherever you want. Okay, so either you can able to keep it here or you can able to keep here also. Okay, wherever you can't able to keep here. Okay, either of the tunnel you can able to place. So if you go to the elements there, it's blinking over there. Okay, some black lights blinking over there. Now click it. If you click it over there means the tunnel will be, the input tunnel will be connected over there. Okay, see here, see here. So here the input value will be passed to the output directly over there. Okay, so basically you are going to link the input value with the output value over there. Okay, by using linked input tunnel. You may ask, sir, what happen if I connect like this, sir? So here, okay. So you may think, sir, this also same, no, sir. Yes, both are same only. Okay, but rather than connecting in all the cases, so this tunnel if you are using means, so anyway we are going to use the input value only. Okay, rather than connecting, making the wire connection in all the cases, you can able to use LabVIEW options, and you can able to make use of the connection over there. Okay, that is a linked input tunnel over there. Okay, let me delete all those things. Okay, so linked input tunnel at least requires require one input tunnel, one input tunnel on the case structure. Okay, so at least require one input tunnel on the case structure over there. Okay, at least at minimum one tunnel should be available to use the linked input tunnel over there. Okay, now I'm going to run the VA over there. Okay, so see here, here numeric 3 will be available. So my case value will be 2 to 8. I'm giving that. Okay, of course in 2 to 8 also the case is not defined in the numeric 3. What will happen means, whatever the input is coming here, what are the input you are getting over there, the same thing will be. So whatever the input available here, all the inputs will be, the input value will be returned to the indicator side over there. Okay, see here, I'm running the VI. So we'll get a 99 will be available over there. Okay, now we can able to see difference between three tunnels over there. Okay, so this is the normal tunnel, the tunnel which is filled in all the case over there, and this is the use default if unwired tunnel. This tunnel is used default if unwired, and this is the tunnel called linked input tunnel. What is the difference here means? So if you are seeing here means, so here you have a one arrow mark will be available over there. Okay, can able to see one arrow mark here. Okay, so here one arrow mark will be available over there. Okay, in both the input and output side you have a one arrow mark will be available over there. That arrow mark will represent linked input tunnel over there. Okay, so three different ways to fix the tunnel in case structure. Use default if unwired, or defining all the cases in the case structure, and going for the linked input tunnel over there. Okay, understood these three things? Because if they're asking question in the case structure means, in this place around only you will get a question in the case structure over there. Okay, other than if you are getting question means, some problem solving question only you will get. Okay, that problem solving question you have to see the logic over there, and you have to understand the logic, and you are going to get the answer over there. Okay, by seeing the logic, these are the things are very important. Okay, so they are giving the linked input tunnel, or it will be a use default if unwired. You have to see these things over there. Then only logical problem will be you can able to solve it very easily over there. Okay, so this is for numeric data type. Same way for Boolean, string, enum, and error cluster. Error cluster we'll discuss on file level. Okay. So in string data type, if you are getting questions on the string data type means, so kindly see that is a case sensitive. Okay, string data type will be a case sensitive. So suppose if the input will be, they are giving the input case value, they are giving the value called so hello, they are giving there. The input case structure will be, input case value will be hello, they are giving there. But the case label will be, you are having the case label is something called case label is. So you have a hello will be available there means, so at that time it will execute the default case only, it will execute over there. Okay, for string data type also you have to provide a default case. That's why I'm telling no. For a case structure you have to provide the default case, or else you will get a broken run arrow will be appear over there. This also another question we may expect over there. Okay, so these are the things is very important. So string is case sensitive. If any one of the character is not matching with the input case on the case label means, so you will get a broken run arrow. So both the case should be matched over there. Then only it will execute the appropriate case will work over there. Okay, or else it won't execute the proper case. It will end up with the default case over there. Okay, that is for string data type. Okay, understood? Topic is very simple. Okay, the topic will be very simple, but you have to recollect the things what are all things available in the case structure over there. Okay, how about the questions will come means, loop we discussed over there. Okay, definitely along with the loops and case structure we may expect questions over there. Okay, that's why I'm telling logical problem if you are getting means, so at the time these are the things is very important. The tunneling will be important, and the this use default if unwired will be important. So all those things will become very important, and this category case label also very important over there. Okay, that's why. Understood? Any doubts you have? Understood? Understood all of you? Understood or not? Understood means tell me. If you have any doubt means also you can ask. Okay. Yes. Because only one question is there. That's why I'm telling only one question. You should not lose that one question over there. Okay. So if you understood means, shall we go for a exam? Exam? Shall we go for exam? So 20 minutes will be available. Okay, 20 minutes. Okay, exam time will be 20 minutes. Okay, so kindly remember exam. So I'm giving the instruction. So that is follow the instruction over there. Okay, not the big one, but you have to know. Okay, so exam will be 20 questions will be available. 20 questions, 20 minutes. Okay, timer will be running on your top of the screen over there. Okay, so timer will be running on your paper. Okay, actually in Google form timer will be running over there. Okay, so always see the time over there. So you have to submit the form before the time is exhausting over there. Okay, so within 20 minutes you should complete and you should submit the form over there. Okay, yeah, after 20 minutes if you are submitting the form means, your answers will not be recorded over there. Okay, your form will not be submitted. Okay, or else if you are not submitting before 20 that is 20 minutes means, form will automatically submitted over there and your answers will not be recorded. Okay, so kindly remember that one. Okay, so what is the first point mean? 20 questions will be available, 20 minutes. Okay, then second one will be, you should submit the form before the time runs out. Okay, suppose I completed all the 20 minutes, sir, I can't able to submit means, automatically the form will be submitted and your answers will not be recorded. Okay, So kindly remember, your answers will not be recorded again and again. I'm telling, okay, because you are making some mistakes means at the time. So that's the reason I'm telling over there. Okay, your answers will not be recorded. So you should submit the form before the time runs out 20 minutes. Okay. Then next will be the read the question carefully and answer. Okay. So that's the one of the major thing to clear the exam over there. Okay. Read the question carefully and answer in 20 minutes. You have to see. You have to do many things over there. Okay, how to make a right answer, and you have to read the question carefully, and you have to submit the form before the time runs out. Okay, so these are the things is very very important over there. Okay, so after time runs out, sir, I can't able to submit means, so I can't able to do anything over there. Okay, that's why I'm telling. Okay, so first take a one paper, just small paper. Okay, so take a paper and put the numbers over there, 1 2 3 4 5 5 number up to 20. So if suppose the form is automatically submitted and you cannot able to submit that, at the time you can able to take a snap it and then send it to me mail. Okay, suppose if you can't able to submit the form over there. Okay, if you can be able to submit the form means submit the form over there. Okay, or the worst case I'm telling over there, again the paper, the answers will be helpful at the time. So please mark the answers, no need to write any question on your paper over there. Okay, just kindly answer the options only, that is more than enough over there. Okay, read the question and answer, that's a good thing. Okay, so without reading the question, don't try to answer. Okay, so I will mail you. Okay, I will mail you the link to start the exam. Okay, so first I will mail you, then I will let you know. Okay, okay, so you have to be very careful under the exam, not this exam. Okay, just leave that, but under next week exam, so just take from whatever the points I want to study. Okay, so just take, because in the next week you have a full 40 questions you are going to write for 1 hour. Okay, so at that time very very important. Okay, that's why I'm telling over there. Okay, you have to practice now onwards. Okay, so at least for half an hour practicing means that also will helps you to clear the exam over there. Okay, so with that we'll go for next topic will be, so now we are discussing about the case structure over there. So one small recap. Okay, so the case structure, what else we have means, so in case structure you have the data type will be accepted. Okay, what are the data type will be accepted in case structure means, first one will be the it will accept the numeric integer, boolean, string, enum and error cluster will be accepted over there. Okay, then you have the after making the data type acceptation, then we have to go for the tunneling will be available. How to fix the output tunnel over there? Okay, to fix the output tunnel you have a three methods are available to fix the output tunnel. Okay, first method will be defining all the unwired cases, that's the one method to fix the output tunnel. Okay, and second method will be use default if unwired, will be available. And third one will be linked input tunnel will be available. Okay, linked input tunnel at least requires the minimum one input tunnel. Okay, so if you are going to use linked input tunnel means you should need a the user must require at least one input tunnel on the case structure, then only the option will be enabled, the option will be you can able to use it over there. Okay, so that you have to know. But use default if unwired means, what is that use default if unwired means, the case is available there, the case value is available, but the case is not that inside that turn the case is also defined. Okay, but the value is not properly handled, and means at the time we are going for use default if unwired means it will give the default value of the case structure, it will provide over there. Okay, that's you have to see over there. Okay, so it will give the default value, it will provide, not the it will not execute the default case over there. Okay, so if you are seeing these things, these basics, if you are know means definitely you can able to score 1 mark in the case structure over there. Okay, so easiest thing over there. Okay, now let me delete all those things. So we'll go for next topic, sequence structure. Okay, what is sequence structure? Sequence structure, what is sequence structure? Sequence structure, sequence structure, what is sequence structure? Sequence structure, what is the purpose of using sequence structure? Case structure we discussed, then the next thing will be sequence. What is the purpose of a sequence structure, and what is the behavior of the sequence structure? First of all, behavior of the sequence structure. So what is sequence structure means, where will you find? First of all, sequence structure means the sequence structure will execute frames in a sequential manner, in a sequential manner, in a sequential order we can tell. Okay, so it the particular sequence structure will execute the frames in the sequential order over there. Okay, that is the sequence structure, or else we can tell the frames will execute by frame structure will execute it will execute frame by frame, frame by frame. Okay, why I am telling this one very importantly means here you have the theory question will be available in sequence. You have only one question is available. That too theory we may expect most of the time. I'll expect some theory questions over there. Okay, practical questions also available. We will discuss. Okay, but theory has some weightage will be available there. Okay, so sequence structure in see where will you find sequence structure means in block diagram. Go to structure bar. There you have a flat sequence will be available. First take the flat sequence structure. Okay, so take the flat sequence structure. So this is the frame actually. Okay, we are considering this is the one frame over there. This is the frame 0, frame 0 or frame 1, whatever we can tell. Okay, frame 0. If you go for help in domain, still you will get some more relevant information about the sequence structure over there. Okay, flat sequence structure you will get. Okay, so see here consists of one or more subdiagram. Why I am telling this exact wording means in examination, in help in examination we may supposed to get these options. This we may get this same wording as your options over there. That is some chance will be available. Okay, that's why I'm telling that. Okay, so consist of one or more subdiagrams or frames that execute sequentially over there. Okay, that's what we are writing in. Will execute frames in a sequential order over there. Okay, so it will execute the frames in the sequential manner. So using a flat sequence structure to ensure that subdiagram executes before another before or after another subdiagram over there. Okay, so before executing the frame 1, it should complete this frame 0 over there. Okay, then only it will go to the frame 1, then it will execute over there. Okay, whatever things available under frame 0, it should complete the execution, then only it should go for the second frame, then only it will go to the frame 1, it will go. Okay, unless completing this frame 0, it will not go to the frame 1 over there. Okay, that is the flat sequence structure behavior. Okay, so and again they are giving so many things they are giving over there. Okay, how the data will flow in the flats, that is in the frame itself, how the data will flow they are giving over there. Okay, so we don't need these things over there. Okay, now frame 0 available. If you want to add one more frame means right click on that frame, go for add frame after. Okay, go for add frame after. So this is the frame 1, frame 1, frame 1. Okay, frame 0, frame 1, then you have the one more frame I'm taking that. This is going to be a frame 2, frame 2, frame 2. Okay, frame 0, frame 1 and frame 2 will be available over there. Okay, now what I am going to do here means I am going to take the simple for loop here, for loop. Okay, I am going to I'm going to go for simple for loop. Okay, and I am going to put the for loop as a n value 5 I am giving there. Okay, and I am going to take the value output, I value I'm taking output side over there. Okay, so how will you pass value from one frame to one frame? How will you pass the value from one frame to one frame? Tell me, how will you suppose I want to pass this value from frame 0 to frame 1 I want to pass. Okay, how will you pass? What you will use to pass the value from one frame to one frame? So if you want to pass the value from one frame to one frame, you have to use the tunnel over there. Okay, normal tunnel if you are using means you can able to easily pass the value from one place to one frame to one frame. You can able to pass over there. Okay, so I am passing the value from one frame. This is the first frame. The frame 0. Once frame 0 is compared, you will go to frame 1 over there. In frame 1, I am going for the addition here. Okay, I am going to connect the value here. Okay, afterwards I am going to use one constant value 1. I am using value 1 over there. After that I am going to pass the value here. Okay, now right click, I am going for the array palette, I am going for array size here. Okay, okay, this is array size. Okay, now tell me what is the size indicator you will get after execution of this sequence structure? What is the answer you will get after execution of this sequence structure? So what is the size indicator you will get after the sequence structure execution? Tell me the answer quickly. So you want to execute every frame over there. Okay, then only you can able to identify the answer. Okay, so what is the size indicator you will get? I'm asking the size. Okay, size 5. Okay, any other answers? Any other answer? I am not asking the array output. Okay, I'm just asking the size answer, size value only I'm asking over there. So what is the answer you will get means I think size will be 5 only will get. Okay, why answer 5 means first time frame 0 will start executing over there in frame 0. So I am going for I value I value will be 0, it will start, okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 will be available. So the values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 will pass through the tunnel over there. That's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 will be added with the value 1 over there. So your answer will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you will get, okay. So suppose I am going for the indicator here, means your answer will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you will get, if I am not wrong, okay. So then I am going to find the array size here, okay. Array size means it will tell that is a one dimension only, it will going to provide the array value, array how many elements present in the array over there, okay. So in that array I have a 5 elements will be available. See here I am going for the highlight execution. So after completing this frame only, we will go to the next frame over there, okay. See here highlight will be available. So first it is executing the frame 0 until completing the frame 0, it will not enter into the frame 1, okay. Now frame 1 is entering, then frame 2. So answer is 1, 2, 3, 4 array answer you are getting there. Then you are getting the array size, okay. That is the flat sequence structure, okay. This structure name will be structure name will be flat sequence structure over there, okay. So in sequence, okay, I have two different structures will be available, okay. So one will be flat sequence will be available. Flat sequence structure will be available. Flat sequence structure will be available. Second one will be stacked sequence structure will be available. Stacked sequence structure will be available. Stacked sequence structure will be available, okay. So you have a two different things are available. Flat sequence structure will be available. Stacked sequence structure will be available over there, okay. So what is the difference between these two things? We are going to discuss now, okay. So flat sequence structure means the frame will execute from frame 0, frame 1, frame 2 will start executing over there. So stacked sequence also similar to the behavior of the flat sequence, but some of the things will be vary over there, okay. So how to make the stacked sequence structure means first take the, did you understood the flat sequence? No, did you understood flat sequence? So simply you are passing the value from one frame to one frame over there, okay. You cannot able to come back, okay. So in sequence structure you cannot able to come back. So from frame 2 to frame 1 you cannot able to come back. That also you have to know, okay. Now I am going for stacked sequence structure. In stacked sequence structure, so how to form the first stacked sequence, okay. If you are going for the structure palette, if you are seeing means you cannot able to find the stacked sequence structure there, okay. So how to get stacked sequence means first take the flat sequence structure. First take the flat sequence structure, okay, and place it on the block diagram. After placing after placing on the flat sequence structure, see the label you are getting there, flat sequence you are getting there. I am going to make this a stacked sequence. How to make stacked sequence means so right click on the flat sequence, go for add frame after, not add frame after, okay. Go for the option called replace with stacked sequence, okay. You have the option replace with stacked sequence will be available. Go for the option called replace with stacked sequence, okay. And now after making stacked sequence also, you will get the same thing, but if you see here means that label will be different there, okay. So stacked sequence you will get. Now go for add frame after, okay. Now if you're going for add frame after means now we can able to see here. So you can able to see it looks like a case structure label you will get, okay. In case we have a 0, 1, 0, 1, 2 will be available there, okay. If you want cases means go for add frame after or add frame before, okay, whatever, okay, you can able to add, okay. So this will tell, okay, first I am going to execute the frame 0, then I am going to execute frame 1, then frame 2, it will tell over there, okay. So here rather than doing the program in a manner of like this flat sequence, you can able to do program in this manner also, okay. Behavior will be same behavior only will come, okay. So first it will execute the 0 frame, it will execute, then it will go for 1, then it will go for 2, it will go, okay. So let's see how it is doing there, okay. I am going for addition operation here, okay. Now I am going to now I have an indicator will be available there, okay. So I have one indicator will be available. Now I want to pass the value to the next frame order, okay. How will you pass? I want to pass this addition output. Consider the addition input will be 1, 2, 1 I am giving there, okay. I am giving the input will be 2, 1 I am giving there, and my answer will be 3 I will get. I want to pass the addition value to the next frame, that is I want to pass to the frame 1, I want to pass to the, how will you pass? How will you pass the value from frame 0 to frame 1 in stacked sequence structure? Guess how will you pass the value? How will you pass the value? So here you are using the tunnel you are using over there. With the tunnel you are trying to pass the value from one frame to one frame are passing over there, okay. Same way, how will you pass the value from one frame to one frame in stacked sequence structure means so here you cannot able to use the tunnel over there. Okay, here the tunnel is not applicable in this place. Okay, so if you are going for the tunnel also, tunnel will be useful. Go for some other function you can able to perform outside the structure you can able to perform. Okay, but you cannot able to pass the value from frame 0 to frame 1. You cannot able to pass. Okay, so what you have to use means, so simply you have to go for the option called so one way to pass the value from stacked sequence will be right click on that stacked sequence. You have the option called add sequence local will be available. Use the option add sequence local by going for the add sequence local option. Add sequence local. Okay, add sequence local. In add sequence local, connect the value over there. Okay, so here you have the terminal will be available. Add sequence, that arrow mark will be available. That arrow mark will represent the user is trying to pass the output value. The user is trying to pass the frame 0 value to next consecutive frame, frame 1, frame 2, whatever. Okay, now if you go for frame 1 means, see in frame 1 the arrow mark will be on the inside arrow mark we are getting there, so that you can able to use the value here. Okay, multiplication I am going there, so pass the value like this and create a constant with a value 1. Okay, if you want to pass this value also means multiplication value means, again go for the option, again go for one more, adding the sequence local, add sequence local, then go here. Now if you go for the next frame means, in frame 2 you have the both the arrow mark will be in the input side, which means in frame 2 you can able to use frame 0 value as well as the frame 1 value. So I am going for the subtraction here. So see here and put the indicator. Okay, so in this place here you have the, in frame 1 here available, in frame 0 how the arrow mark means, the arrow mark will not be available here. Okay, why? Because means in this place also you cannot able to come back. Okay, so sequence always it will follow the order of behavior called, it will flow from frame 0, frame 1, frame 2 only it will execute. You cannot able to come back of the frame over there. Okay, so let me run the vi, see how it is executing there. Okay, by disabling this flat sequence structure. Okay, see here how it is executing there. Highlight is there. Okay, so it's starting from frame 0, it's executing, the 3 is taking over there and 3 into 1, then both the values is getting and you are getting the answer over there. Okay, so same way it will execute over there, you cannot able to come back over there. Okay, in both the flat sequence as well as the stacked sequence over there. Okay, so what is the difference between these two things? We have one question there. Okay, what is the difference between these two flat sequence and stacked sequence? Both the behavior will be same. Okay, if you want to organize the space, if you have the problem means, you can able to go for the stacked sequence structure. Okay, but you can, if you are passing more number of values means, you will be get confused with the this value over there. Okay, so that also you have to know, but here it does not like that. Yeah, all the tunnel value clearly we can able to see where the value is coming over there, and here frames will be increased there means, so it will frames will be increased means it is not easily to stop the program over there, you have to abort the program over there. Okay, that is the major difference between the flat sequence and stacked sequence over there. Okay, both the behavior will be same behavior. Okay, understood? So and another one difference will be pass the value through tunnel. Okay, through tunnel. Here pass the value with the pass the value through by adding sequence local, sequence local. Okay, by adding sequence local. Okay, understood the difference between flat sequence and stacked sequence? Understood or not? Tell me in comments quickly. Understood or understood or not? What about remaining people? Are you are in the class or not? Okay, so here that is a major difference between the flat sequence and stacked sequence. So here you can able to use anything over there. Okay, if you want a flat sequence, just go for flat sequence for your doing programming. But CLAD perspective, you have to know both things, because questions will be coming from both the case also. Okay, so only one question will come from this place. Okay, that question may be either programmatic question will come like this. Okay, like what I am doing here like this. Okay, the programmatic question we may expect, or else we'll get the get the theory from normal sequence, that is a basic sequence. What is the theory available? Okay, that theory we may expect as a statement question will get over there. Okay, that is a sequence structure. Okay, So next topic will be, so the next topic will be, the next topic will be, so one of the important topic, graphs and charts over there. Okay, so graphs and charts, very very important topic. Okay, because two questions will be available in graphs and charts, very very important thing. So you have to know. Okay, graphs and charts totally two questions will be available. Now how the two questions will come means, theory question is very very important in graphs and charts. I will tell where they will ask theory questions there. Okay, so theory question is very very important, and problematic questions also available, and some difference based questions also available over there. Okay, so these are the things are very very important in graphs and charts. Okay, so first thing will be, we'll go for graph and chart. Okay, what is graph, what is chart? First of all, first tell me that, first tell me the difference between graph and chart. Whatever things you know, just tell me. Okay, what is the difference between graphs and charts? Tell me difference between graphs and charts. Graph update new value, super. Okay, update new value. Graph is plot more than two values. Then chart store old value, super. Graph is plot more than two values. Okay, chart store more values. Then what about the data value? Okay, how many data you require to plot one to plot the waveform graph? How many values you require? Chart storing old values. Okay, super. One data is enough for chart. Okay, super. What about graph? Graph, how many values you require for graph? So definitely graph, in the sense graph will not consider the one value. Graph requires two values, and chart requires only one value over there. Okay, so these are the major difference between the graphs and charts over there. Okay, so see here. And the because why I'm asking you this question means, so here in because this is also another question they are asking over there. Okay, so graphs and charts they are asking over there. Okay, what is the difference between graphs and like fill in the blanks question also we are expecting over there. Okay, so that's the reason I'm asking that. Okay, so where will you find a graph in LabVIEW means, a graph will be available on the front panel. Go to graph palette, you have a waveform graph will be available, waveform chart will be available over there. Okay, so waveform graph, so take the waveform graph. Okay, then take the waveform chart, waveform graph, waveform chart. Okay, so two things are available there. Okay, so why graph require 2 points means, so here you have a in graph, whenever you are drawing a graph in your lab exam or whatever may be, you require a either you require a voltage value or current value, both the values you require, then only you can able to uh, make one data point on the graph over there. Okay, like if you have a, suppose you have the suppose you have the value called 10 comma 20 will be available means, consider here you have, this is the value 10 means 10 and 20, here 20 is not available, I am taking 10 comma 5. Okay, 10 value, this is 10 value means, and here 5 value means, then only you can able to make a first point over there. Okay, 10 comma 5 you can able to make it over there. Okay, but chart it is not like, okay, it's a time time will be available normal, that is, it will take the time will be automatically taken over there, and based on a time value it will plot the data values appropriately over there. Okay, so that's up to the values category over there. Okay, so you have to know graph requires minimum 2 points, chart requires minimum 1 point. Okay, apart from you can connect n dimension value also. Okay, in arrays or in arrays, and that is in graphs and charts you can connect n dimension array also, you will accept. Okay, but minimum things, graph requires 2 points and chart require minimum 1 point over there. Okay, and chart will store the history of values, graph will never store the history of value, it will update the new value or it will overwrite the new value over there. Okay, so this is the thing. So let me go for the looping here. So loop. Okay, now n value I'm giving there. So how many times this loop will run? How many times the loop will run? Tell me quickly, how many times the loop will run? I'm taking random number here, random number. I'm going to multiply the random number with the, so with the one constant value 10. Okay, I'm multiplying the constant value with a 10 over there. Okay, so here I will get the values over there. Okay, random number basically it will produce the value from 0 to 1. Okay, random number it will produce the value from 0 to 1. to increase my value, the producing the produced value, I am going for just multiplying with the 10 means. So I can able to produce the value from 0 to 10. I can able to produce over there. Okay. Now where will you place the graphs and charts? Now where will you place graphs and charts? Where will you place? Where will you place both the indicators, inside the loop or outside the loop? Where will you place? Which one should be inside and which one should be outside? Or both the things will be inside or both will be outside? So where you are going to place both the indicator means, so of course the waveform chart should be on the waveform chart should be on the inside the loop. You will place it over there. Okay. But what about graph means? Waveform graph should be placed outside over there. Okay. So why outside means it requires 2 points over there. Okay. That's the reason. So if you are connecting output side means what will be created? Suppose you are taking the wire from in this place. Okay. You are taking wire from this place, connecting to the waveform graphing. What will be created on the for loop border? What will be created on the for loop border? So one tunnel will be created over there. Okay. What is the tunnel you will get means indexing tunnel you will get. Okay. Then only I will get the array value I will get. Okay. Because it is a scalar value. So taking indexing automatically by default there is a auto indexing tunnel. You will get the indexing tunnel you will get. Okay. So you have a indexing tunnel will come. Okay. Again, if you are going for a last value means you will end up with a broken run arrow. Okay. Now a tunnel will be created over there. Okay. Now let me run the VI with the time delay. Okay. Wait ms I am going there. Wait ms. Okay. Wait ms. So 100 milliseconds I am going there. Okay. So we'll discuss the timing also. Okay. Once complete this one, we'll discuss the timing function. That is also very easiest topic, timing. Okay. So let me run the VI, see what happening there. So you only said loop will run for 50 times. Okay. So how many data points you will get? Loop is running 50 times. How many data points you will get? How many data points you will get? Data points. Loop is running 50 times. How many data points you will get? How many data points you will get? Mean 50 values. Data points mean values. Okay. Data points. What is the data points I am mentioning here? Means it will mention the how many values it will plot. How many it will value it will make use of it. It will take a 50 values. It will take an over there. Okay. So see here. Let me run the VI. So observe both the indicators. Okay. And you are going to tell the answer. The difference between these two things. Okay. Okay. So what is the difference you founded here? You find it here. What's the difference you find it here between graphs and charts? So why graph is updating last? Why chart is updating continuously? Why graph is updating all the values last? What is the reason? Because the indicator is present outside the loop over there. Okay, that's the reason. So a graph is it is collecting all the values. Then after completing the loop, and it's displaying the value over there. Okay, but chart is not behaving like that. Okay, since it is present inside the loop, so chart is updating the value every time, every iteration over there. Okay, so if you're keeping inside the loop, means values will be updated every time over there. Okay, if the indicator is outside the loop, means once the loop will be stopped or loop is terminating, only you will get the answer over there. Super. So those are given the answer over there. Okay, now let me run the VA again, see what happening now. Okay, so what happening there means chart is continuing where it's left over there. Okay, so chart is continuing where it left over there. Okay, but if you see graph value and chart value, both the values will be same over there. Okay, but in graph you cannot able to get the previous value. Okay, you cannot able to you cannot able to go and take the previous value over there. Okay, but in waveform chart you can able to get the previous value over there. Okay, so here previous value will be available. That is, graph will not store the previous value, or it will update the new value. A chart will store the previous value, or chart will show the old value over there. Okay, very very important difference between graphs and chart over there. Okay, so that is the first one. So in graph you have a, so here tell me. Okay, before that let me go for a point style will be. Let me go for point style so that you can able to see. Okay, now here how many plots will be available here? So you have a how many data points are available in graph means totally 50 data points are available in the in waveform graph over there. Okay, how many data points available in waveform chart? Tell me. How many data points available in waveform chart? Tell me. How many data points are available in waveform chart? 100 values will be available over there. Okay, around 100 values will be available there. Okay, how many plots will be available here? How many plots will be available here? Plots. How many plots will be available here? In waveform graph, two plotter, two plot. What are the two plots? What are the two plots? Two plot you are telling means what are the two plots? So see here in waveform graph, in waveform chart, in both the waveform representation, okay, you have a only one plot will be available. You don't have any two plots. Okay, only one plot is available. Okay, one plot means this is entire thing will be one plot over there. Okay, so data points mean this is the data point. Okay, so this is one data point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, these are all the 50 data points will be available in both the places. But how many plots available means only one plot is available over there. Okay, how I am telling only one plot means so see here the data is what you are getting there, only one color available on the graph over there. Okay, simple identification will be in your graph you have only one color is available, and that is the any color. Okay, might be any blue color, pink color, whatever the color, can able to change the color here. Okay, if you don't want the white color, I want the or this color means see here only one color is available in your graph. How only one color is available means that's the only one plot is available over there. One plot with 50 data points will be available. Okay, same way in chart also one plot is available with 50 data points or 100 data points will be available there. Okay, multiple plots we'll discuss now. Okay, we'll discuss now the multiple plots. Okay, before going for the multiple plot, in waveform chart you have something called update mode will be available over there. Okay, update mode will be available. Okay, so update mode will be available in waveform chart. In waveform chart, update mode is available in waveform chart over there. Okay, in graph it is not available. In chart only it's available over there. Okay, so first one will be strip chart, strip chart. Okay, second one will be scope chart, okay, third one will be sweep chart. Okay, sweep chart. Okay, strip chart, scope chart, and sweep chart. Totally three different update mode will be available in waveform chart over there. Okay, strip chart, scope chart, and sweep chart will be available over there. Okay, what is the difference between these three charts means? Okay, we'll discuss here. Okay, so let me take a three chart here. Okay, let me clear this chart first of all. Okay, so chart, second one. Okay, three charts are available, and this is the strip chart. Okay, and scope chart. Okay, and this is going to be a sweep chart. Okay, three charts are available over there. Okay, so how to change the update mode in waveform chart means you have the option will be available, right? This is not available in waveform graph. This is available only under chart method. Okay, so right click on that waveform chart, go for the option called advanced. In advanced you have the update mode will be available. In update mode you have the strip chart will be available. By default strip chart only you will get. Strip chart, scope chart, and sweep chart will be available over there. Okay, so I am choosing strip chart here, and this will be scope chart, advanced operation, update mode, scope chart. Okay, scope chart, and this is the sweep chart. Okay, advanced sweep chart. Okay, three things are available over there. Okay, now I am going to run the VA here, see what is happening there. Okay, before that I have to connect both the chart values. Okay, let me connect all the indicators. Okay, now I'm going to run the VA, see what is the difference you are finding in all the three charts over there. Okay, because very important theory question. Okay, in graphs and charts. So don't see the graph. Okay, see the three charts over there. What is the difference you are finding in these three charts? What is the difference you are finding? If you are finding one difference, is just tell me. Okay, so that we can able to eliminate that particular chart. We can go for other two charts over there. Okay, we can able to see other two charts. In sweep that you are getting a vertical line. Okay, in sweep that you have a red vertical line will be available. What is that red vertical line means? In the vertical line will represents the, so it's the vertical line will represents the old, it's separating the old value and new value separating over there. Okay, so in sweep chart, if it is sweep chart means you will get a one red vertical line you will get. Okay, so here just note down the point in this place. So in sweep chart, so red vertical line will be a red vertical line will be a red vertical line will be available. Okay, to separate old value and new value, old value and new value. Okay, So this is the keyword, okay? The keyword will be in your question. You have the which waveform update mode will display vertical line. Vertical line available. Red vertical line available. Your answer is sweep chart, okay? This is the only method update method available there, okay? Strip, scope, sweep, okay? Apart from these three things, any of the update mode available that is not available in waveform chart, okay? These three are available there, okay? Keyword will be red vertical line available mean that is a sweep chart over there, okay? Let me run the way again. See now, see what is the difference you are finding in the chart over there, okay? So now any difference you are finding? Any difference you are finding between these two things? So nothing much. We are not finding any difference over there, okay? Now let me run the way again over there. See what happening there, okay? See the chart now. See now what is the difference you are finding? What is the difference you are finding in charts? In sweep chart, okay, red vertical and sub we are getting that, okay. What about strip and scope? Strip and scope. Are you finding any difference between both the things? Scope value renewed, okay. Okay. 100, okay. Okay. So, okay. Scope chart restart, okay. Scope is restarting, okay. Then which means in scope the values between 0 to 100 it's not it will be deleted or it will be available. In scope chart the value the scale value starting from 100 to 200 starting over there, okay. So whether the value will be in scope chart whether the value from 0 to 100 it will be available or it will be deleted over there means so value will be available over there, okay. If you change the scale means just simply change the scale here means so the value will be available. What is happening means so it is not displaying over there, okay. So what is the definition for scope chart means? So scope chart once the chart is filled once the chart the time limit, okay, once the chart the time scale will be scale will be filled means time scale, okay. Once the chart time scale is filled means so it will clear the chart, it will clear the chart, it will clear the chart, it will not clear the data, okay. It will clear chart only will clear, okay. Chart the area will clear, okay. It will clear the chart. Again data will plot from left to right, plot from left to right, okay. Left to right, okay. Data will plot from left to right manner over there, okay. But in waveform strip that is in the sweep chart update mode, what will happen means data will plot continuously, okay. So here data will plot continuously from left to right, okay. From left to right, left to right over there, okay. So that is the major difference between the three update mode over there, okay. So let me run once again, you can able to see, okay. So I'm running the VA here. So see here in scope chart. So once that chart will be filled means yes, it's the time limit will be filled here, okay. So let me go with the 205 also, okay, so that you can 205 so that you can able to see clearly. So once the chart will be filled means chart will clear, again data will plotting from left to right manner over there, okay. But here you have a continuous value will be available, still auto scale will be available here, okay. So here auto scale X if you are giving means so it will scale automatically over there, okay. So see here. So that is the definition, okay. Strip chart will continuously plot the data from left to right, okay. Auto scale X if you are giving means automatically scale will be taken over there, okay. So that is the major difference between the both the charts. So all the waveform chart update method, okay. Strip chart, scope chart, and sweep chart. The keyword is very important, okay. Because if the keyword if you're not reading the keyword means the definition means you will end up with a wrong answer. Easiest question. Don't make a mistake in this place over there, okay. So how many plots are available in waveform chart? How many plots are available in waveform chart? How many plots are available in waveform chart? Plots. How many plots are available in waveform chart? Only one plot is available. Don't tell two plots, okay. Only one plot, okay. Now how to make a multiple plot means so multiple plot for that. So I am going for the help window. So in help window you have the so in waveform graph how to get the multiple plot and how to get the single plot, okay. Something available over there, you have to study the theory, okay. So I go for detailed help window. in detailed help window they will give how to plot multiple, how to make a multiple plot on the waveform graph, how to make a multiple plot on the waveform chart. That will be available over there. Okay, so let me show you all those things. So this is available on the LabVIEW detailed help window over there. Okay, so kindly read this one. Okay, because very important over there. Okay, so here waveform graph, because three things only we are going to see: waveform graph, waveform chart, XY graph. Okay, these are three things only come for the examination over there. Okay, waveform graph definition will be available here. Okay, graph displays one or more plots of evenly sampled measurements. One of the definition for the waveform graph. Okay, so very important point. Displays one of the very important point. Okay, displays more one or more plots evenly sampled measurements over there. Okay, okay, evenly sampled measurements. Okay, then again you have a displaying single plot will be available. Kindly go through this one. Okay, displaying single plot, kindly study this help window over there. Okay, so displaying single plot on a waveform graph and displaying multiple plot on a waveform graph, so you have to study all those things over there. Okay, displaying single plot, multiple plot on a waveform graph. Same way for chart also you have available there. Okay, so you have the definition available. Waveform chart, it displays a indicator at constant rate over there. Okay, so you have a constant rate will be available, so you have to know all those things over there. Okay, for the waveform chart, again same way, displaying the single plot on waveform chart, displaying multiple plot on a waveform chart, all will be very important things. For XY graph, 2 points is very important. Okay, so what are the 2 points? When this 2 point is available means your answer will be the XY graph over there. Okay, XY chart is not available in LabVIEW. Okay, so what are the 2 points in a XY graph means? So 1 point will be XY graph will be XY graph displays any set of point evenly sampled or not. Okay, if in your question you have the keyword called evenly sampled or not, or not evenly sampled, or evenly distributed or not, these are the keyword available means your answer will be, can close your eyes, you can able to put the answer XY graph. Okay, evenly sampled measurement means waveform graph, evenly sampled or not means, which means that is not sampled properly over there. Okay, that's why the answer will be XY graph. That is the first point, evenly sampled or not. And another important point will be, using the XY graph you can able to draw the circle here. Okay, here you have a circle will be available, you can able to draw the circle. Okay, if you have a 2 keyword available means you can able to go for the an option called XY graph. Okay, so these are the 3 things are available: waveform graph, waveform chart, waveform graph will be available. You have to study the displaying single plot on XY graph, multiple plot on XY graph for all the remaining 2 waveform also. Okay, waveform graph, waveform chart. Okay, because definitely theory question means definitely they will ask a theory question from in this place, definitely it will come over there. Okay, so you have to study, there is no other way, you have to study if you want to score 2 mark means. Okay, so suppose we get a 2 theory will come. Okay, at that time 2 theory coming from this side means so you are losing 2 questions over there. Okay, that's why I'm telling over there. Okay, so you have to study both the things over there. Okay, apart from these 6 in waveform graph, one last thing available in waveform graph will be, so you have the one component called in waveform palette, you have the get waveform component will be available, build waveform component will be available over there. Okay, so one of the important thing will theory question will be, so components of waveform data type, components of waveform data type. Okay, data type. Okay, what are the components of waveform data type means? First component will be t0. T0 means t0. Okay, t0. Second one will be dt. Okay, third one will be y. Okay, there are 3 components are there. The order is t0, dt, y over there. Okay, so what is the t0 will represent mean? T0 will represent the starting time of the waveform. Okay, and dt will be time interval. Okay, interval between the 2 data points over there. Okay, interval between 2 data points, and third will be y will represent array of values, array of data, or we can tell. Okay, so that is the waveform data type over there. Okay, if we want to make a simple example means, so I am going to build waveform components. Okay, so here you have the, I said t0 will be available. T0 I am taking here, t0. Okay, I am going for dt, and y will be available. The y value I am going for the simple array one dimension array you have to go. Okay, don't go for 2 dimension. I think it will, you will get a broken runner, broken wire you will get. Okay, so go for 1 dimension value. So I am going with the array constant. Array constant I am going there. Okay, so the values I am giving here. So 1, 3, 5, 8 I am giving that. Okay, now I am going to connect this to this y value. Dt you are only going to represent. Okay, so how you want the time interval? Okay, if you want time interval 1 means just give 1. I want 2 time, that is you will write in a graph now. X scale equal to on x axis 2 scale, you will write some scaling no, so you can able to write. And time if you want that is a onboard time, there is a system time means you can able to give system time also, or else it will take the default time over there. Okay, now right click, go for waveform graph here, waveform graph. Okay, waveform graph here. Okay, waveform graph, connect the waveform graph to the build waveform. Also create one more indicator also. Okay, one more indicator. So this indicator is a waveform data type indicator over there. Okay, so here you have a t0 will be available, y will be available, and here you have a dt will be available over there. Okay, now I am going to run the program here. So we have to wait for a while. Okay, because other two VIC is running over there. Okay, that's why. So here if you go for plot here means I am going for point style. So see here the point style will be, so 1, 3, 5, 8 will be available. So what is the time interval between 2 point mean 2 data? So here this is the first data point and here is the second data point over there. Okay, the difference between 2 data points will be, you can able to see value 1 will be available. Okay, the difference between these 2 data points, the value will be 1. If you are increasing to 2 means every 2 value you have 1 point with the difference will be available over there. Okay, with the help of this build waveform component, you can able to make use of the you can able to give the time interval like this also. Okay, here also some interval will be available over there. Okay, but here automatically scale is taking over there. Okay, but I want for my graph this interval I want to follow. I want to make a 0.1 interval. I want means just give 0.1. Now run the VA. Now here you can able to see the interval from 0.1 you can able to see over there. Okay, so these are the things you can able to define it in the build waveform component over there. Very important, these 3 components. Okay, t0, dt, y. Okay, these 3 components is very important, you should follow that order only over there. Okay, so with that I give a more things about the graphs and charts for the examination over there. Okay, so you have to study the theory content, that's only in your hands. Okay, so theory you have to study, that detail help you have to study for theory content. Practical question means how the question will come from this graphs and charts means either way theory question will come, or else like this kind of question also we may expect. Okay, this kind of question also we may expect over that, or else what they will do means they will give the block diagram and they will ask you to find the front panel. They will ask you to find. Okay, they will give one block diagram and they will ask you to find the what is the data will plot on the waveform graph after execution of the VA. Okay, y value not in graph. I did not get you, ma'am, properly. Y value not in graph means I did not get you. Y value means that y value only we are giving. No, we are giving a 1, 3, 5, 8 for the index value 0. For the index value 0, 1 is plotted here. For the index value 1, that is in point 1 value 3 will be plotted on the y axis only is plotted. No, so 1 and 5 and 8 will be plotted. No, okay, y axis is there. No, they are giving amplitude will be available there. Okay, you can change it to y axis or whatever. So values is plotted properly. That's why I went for the points event. Okay, so that easily you can able to see the points over there. Okay, so see here I have a first value always it will take a 0 will taken over there. Okay, for 0 it will start, then it will go for dt. 0.1 will be available, 0 value 1 is plotting over there. Then next value will be 0.1, the difference we give in 0.1 you are getting the third value. From 0.1 you have the 3 will be available there. In 0.2 you have the value, so 5 will be available y value, and 0.3 you have the 8 will be available over there. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, now so how the question from the questions from this graph means this kind of question we may expect, or else they will give the block diagram. They will give some any for loop or any array diagram they will provide over there, and they will ask you to find what is the waveform, what is the value will be displayed on the graph indicator after the execution. They will ask over there. Okay, so that's the one question we may expect. Okay, that's the we have to answer over there. Okay, or else they will give the front panel. They will give this front panel they will provide, and you should find the block diagram how to find over there. Okay, that question, that we have question also we may expect on the waveform graph and chart we may expect over there. Okay, XY chart is not available in LabVIEW. Okay, XY graph only available over there. Okay, so that's it. Any doubts you have? That's all about the graph and chart. Have any doubts on today's topic? So if you don't have doubt, mean we'll complete the class. We'll conclude this session today. Okay. Again, we'll meet by Monday. Okay. So we discussed today sequence structure. We discussed. Then we discussed about the say case structure. Then we discussed about the graphs and charts. Okay. All are very important things. Okay. Kindly practice. Okay. Kindly make use of the today's. Okay. Today. Okay. Kindly make use of that. Okay. At least practice half an hour. Okay. Half an hour to 40 minutes, depend upon your time. Kindly practice. Then only can able to. There is something can able to get from the CLAT training over there. Okay. That's why I'm telling that. So yes, that's it. So thank you. So we'll meet by Monday. Okay.